The Kansas City Chiefs charter jet touched down onto the chilly tarmac in Colorado just days before the highly anticipated matchup against the Denver Broncos. The November air biting and sharp, yet failing to dull the vibrancy that Travis Kelce brought with him as he and his teammates disembarked. The team had arrived with singular focus, preparation and victory their top priorities. But the moment the hatch opened, it was Kelce's dazzling presence and unmistakable sense of style that instantly drew attention from journalists, photographers, and even the airport staff. While the Chiefs' logistics crew worked efficiently, moving suitcases and equipment from the belly of the plane to the waiting convoy of team buses, the players began stepping out one after another, all bundled up in standard-issue team tracksuits and practical outerwear, their faces set with determination. Yet as soon as Travis Kelce emerged, the mood shifted. The cameras clicked rapidly, and fans watching from behind the security fencing craned their necks for a better look, their cheers rising above the whir of engines and shouts of ground crew. There he was, the all-pro tight end, stepping confidently into the cold wind, his outfit an explosion of color and boldness unlike anything else amidst a sea of red and white team gear. Kelce wore a puffer jacket divided into striking blocks of electric blue across the shoulders, vivid neon green at the chest, and a burst of orange down the hem, each shade popping starkly against the pale, overcast Colorado sky. Paired with the statement jacket were pants streaked with bright vertical stripes in every imaginable color: pink, purple, yellow, green, orange, calling to mind the energetic glam of 1970s rock stars. And completing the ensemble was a sleek black turtleneck, thick black sunglasses, and a polished leather travel bag in his right hand, a silver rolling suitcase gliding beside him. Each careful step down the staircase onto the concrete was as if Kelce was walking a high-profile runway show rather than arriving for a critical divisional game, his confidence radiating through every movement. The contrast with his teammates was striking. While most of the squad wore practical hoodies, joggers, and sneakers, blending into the background of team unity, Kelce's look was a declaration of individuality and self-assured flair, a signature style move for a player who has made headlines as much for his sartorial choices as for his game-winning catches. A group of local television reporters, stationed by the arrivals gate, immediately trained their cameras on Kelce, narrating his every move, one describing how he looked like he just arrived at a Hollywood gala or a fashion awards show rather than an NFL away game. Even the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, couldn't help but laugh out loud as he caught sight of Kelce's outfit, elbowing the teammate next to him, and joking that only Travis could pull off something so bold and still look like he belonged on the cover of a magazine. Subscribe for more behind-the-scenes Chiefs moments and exclusive football arrivals. While Mahomes and the rest of the offense exchanged easy banter, Kelce responded with a wide grin, giving a wave to the waiting fans, a small group of bundled-up kids clutching autograph books and homemade signs, some of whom chanted his name, their breath visible in the cold air. That moment, a flash of genuine warmth in the frosty atmosphere, seemed to energize the crowd, and even a few of the airport workers paused their tasks to snap a quick photo as Kelce passed by. The logistics manager for the Chiefs, overseeing the luggage transfer, later remarked that whenever Kelce travels, it feels as though the entire arrival process shifts. The attention, the anticipation, the excitement all orbit around him for those few minutes. The fashion press, always alert for Kelce's latest airport looks, had already begun circulating photos of the outfit online, sparking debates over the inspiration behind the rainbow-striped pants and the audacity of the color block jacket. The discussion wasn't limited to fashion circles. Sports talk shows, Twitter threads, and fan message boards all buzzed with opinions, some praising his fearlessness, others simply marveling at his ability to turn an airport walk into a full-fledged event. As the rest of the Chiefs squad moved toward the waiting buses, Travis lingered for a moment to sign a few autographs, his dark sunglasses hiding his eyes, but not the easy smile he flashed at every request. The Denver press, always eager for a headline in the run-up to a big AFC West clash, ran stories that evening about Kelce's entrance, framing it as both a show of confidence and a challenge to the home team, an early psychological win before either side had even set foot on the field. A few Denver fans, having gathered in anticipation of the Chiefs' arrival, admitted they were surprised by Kelce's sense of style, one saying that even Broncos players rarely made such a splash at the airport. As the team finally boarded their bus, the energy carried over, with teammates chatting about Kelce's outfit, some poking gentle fun, others expressing genuine admiration. One rookie was overheard saying he wished he had the guts to wear something so bold, while a veteran lineman joked that he'd stick to his tried-and-true sweats for every road trip. The atmosphere was light but focused, a mix of camaraderie and anticipation as the Chiefs settled in for the ride to their Denver hotel, the late afternoon shadows growing longer across the Rockies. Later that evening, as the team gathered for meetings and a pre-game walkthrough, Kelce's arrival was still the talk of both the locker room and the local media circuit. Social media posts from the Chiefs' official accounts shared snapshots of the arrival, fans flooding the comments with heart emojis and fire symbols, some asking where to buy the same jacket, others simply stunned by Kelce's confidence. Even as the team's head coach addressed the squad, emphasizing the importance of focus and preparation for the tough Broncos defense, there was a sense that Kelce's larger-than-life personality had set the tone for the trip, energetic, positive, and unafraid to stand out. At the hotel, Kelce was spotted in the lobby chatting with several teammates, still in his eye-catching outfit, laughing about the reaction it had garnered. A pair of sports journalists from Kansas City, staying at the same hotel, recounted how fans in the bar nearby were still talking about Kelce's look, some predicting it will become one of the most iconic travel fits of the NFL season. With the game just hours away, the Chiefs' arrival had already become a story in itself, a blend of sports, style, and spectacle that seemed to capture the essence of both the player and the team. The following morning, Denver Sports Radio host devoted entire segments to Kelce's airport entrance, with callers weighing in, some playfully suggesting that the Broncos should up their own fashion game, others admitting a grudging respect for the visiting star's flair. Across the city, anticipation for the game built steadily, but it was impossible to ignore the impact Kelce had made before a single snap had been played. His willingness to embrace boldness, to mix retro influences with contemporary swagger, and to do so in the high-pressure world of professional football, resonated with fans of all ages. Even as the Chiefs ran through their final walkthrough at the stadium, local photographers lingered, hoping to catch another glimpse of Kelce's unmistakable style. Subscribe now for more exclusive Chiefs stories and player arrivals. As kickoff approached, it was clear the Chiefs weren't just bringing their game to Denver. They were bringing a sense of spectacle, led by a player whose confidence on and off the field was impossible to ignore. Kelce's arrival will be remembered not only for its fashion statement, but for the way it set the tone for a weekend of rivalry and excitement. A reminder that sometimes the most memorable stories begin long before the first whistle sounds, unfolding instead on a cold airport runway, where confidence, style, and a connection with fans create unforgettable moments that linger well beyond the final score. The city of Denver buzzed with talk of the Chiefs' arrival all weekend, the story of Kelce's outfit spreading from sports bars to living rooms, from local news segments to national highlights. Chiefs fans traveling into town for the game sought out the same bold colors, eager to show their support and style, while kids at the stadium wore homemade versions of the rainbow-striped pants, inspired by their hero's fearless look. Even after the final whistle, as the Chiefs celebrated a hard-fought win in the visitors' locker room, the topic of conversation circled back to the arrival, teammates ribbing Kelce good-naturedly, reporters angling for one last quote about the now iconic outfit.